I guess you could call me an attention seeker, or a freak of nature, or a burden, or a biological improbability, a mistake, a misguided teenager, or my personal favorite, a cross-dressing liberal hippie. I personally call myself a man, but to each their own. Sorry, let me take a step back. I realize that my introduction was drenched in sarcasm, and I probably sound bitter. Though, please don't let that taint your judgment of me. Honestly, I can understand why some people have such negative reactions when they first see me. I truly can, because I know that I'm a bit, well, weird. Not in like the fun, quirky way either. You see, I am a man, but I was born female. I'm transgender. And yeah, that's a bit weird. Now, it would take too long for me to go over everything about what being transgender means to me, so perhaps I can dispel some of the misconceptions, some of the weirdness about who I am. First off, I am not an attention seeker. Perhaps that seems ironic as I announce that to an entire audience. But it's the truth. My goal in life is not to stand out. No, it's quite the opposite. My goal is to blend in, to disappear. My goal is to walk into a store one day and have the cashier call me sir, because that's what he calls everyone else, isn't it? My goal is to walk into a classroom and not have a single student give me the stare. The something seems off about you stare, the you look like a queer stare. My goal is to see my relatives over Thanksgiving or Christmas and go one season without them asking if I'm still going through my tranny phase. Because for once, I would rather have them ask me about how school was going, or how big I've gotten since they last saw me, or how they actually care about me because they're my own family. And honestly, I don't think they know a single thing about me besides that I'm a girl who wears boy clothes. But I haven't been able to reach my goal yet because I'm transgender, and my transness attracts too much attention. I really wish it didn't. Second off, I'm not a freak or a burden or a mistake. Believe it or not, I'm actually just a human being. And like every other human being in this room, I have wants and needs and dreams and ambitions. And perhaps my wants or dreams differ from other people's, but that doesn't make them any less human. It doesn't make me yet another inconvenience for people to deal with, or yet another poor soul for people to toss their pity at. Like, I want to grow a beard and be taller and have a flat chest along with everything else males have. I want to be a husband someday. Maybe a dad later on. My ambitions are to one day medically transition so that I can finally look in a mirror and see a face that I truly recognize as my own. And to legally change my name so I can finally have a conversation with someone and feel like I'm living my own life. My needs consist of needing to feel like there's somebody in this world that actually cares about me. Doesn't everybody need that? Third off, I'm not a cross-dressing liberal hippie. Out of all the things I've said so far, this may come as the most surprising to some of you, but just to clarify, I am not planning on spending thousands of dollars on hormones, therapy, and surgeries simply for the sake of a political statement. My identity is not political. It's not part of some progressive agenda, nor is it part of some grand conspiracy to persuade everybody into becoming transgender. Look, being transgender isn't a choice, nor is it a social statement. My identity is just that, mine. And to attempt to generalize the entire transgender community into belonging to one political ideology or social movement or background only serves to ignore the amazing complexity that exists within the transgender community. Trust me, I know trans people of every race, religion, political ideology, background, and ability. Don't let people fool you into thinking that's not true. And as one final note, I'm not just a transgender man. I believe the worst and most harmful misconception about the transgender community is that our gender identity is the only interesting thing about us. And let me tell you, that's not even close to being true. Yeah, I'm a man who was born female. That's pretty weird. But that's just one part of who I am. Talk to me about Disney or musicals, or baking, or Stranger Things, or Notre Dame football, or how cool snakes are, or how I continue to wear sweaters in 70-degree weather. Honestly, ask me about anything. You may find that I'm a lot more approachable than you originally thought. Because, in the end, I'm just an ordinary man.